Morning. Happy Tuesday. We are finally getting more set up in the space, adjusting things as we need to. So yeah, take a few moments, stretch, relax, get into the body. A few minutes until other people start rolling in. And if not, it might just be you and me, you never know. So just stretching it out at your own speed, your own pace. Taking some nice big deep breaths. Humbling yourself in the body for the beginning. Takes a few moments just to get yourself settled. Starting to think about the arms, the legs, the core, the head, the feet, the wrists, all those body parts that we're going to be moving with. Good morning, good morning. So, we are going to start in just about a minute. So just again, taking the time, stretching out those body parts that need a little bit of something today. We can play there all the time. Eyes roll back inside your head. All right, it is that time. Come and meet me at the end of your mat, stand up nice and tall. Have a nice little bend in the knees, maybe a little quick bounce just to shake it out, roll out the shoulders. We're going to take a second, we're going to take the arms up overhead, shoulders away from ears. And then we're going to slowly hinge at the hips, bringing those arms down to the ground. We're going to walk it out to a nice high plank. You're going to take that right foot on the outside of the right hand. You're going to take that right elbow down to that right ankle. Twist and peel that up high towards the sky. One more time, dropping that right elbow to that right ankle. Twist and peel that high up to the sky. Drop that right hand, bring that left knee down to the ground, and then cartwheel that right hand to grab that left foot. Give yourself a few little pulls of that leg, keeping that chest nice and open though. And then letting go of that left leg, cartwheeling that right arm, bringing that right foot back, and what do you know? Walking the hands back to meet the feet, bending the knees to slowly roll it up. And we got to repeat that all on the left side. So bringing those arms up overhead, bringing that core in nice and tight, shoulders away from the ears. Hinge down at the hips, sending those fingers down towards the mat. Walking it out to a nice high plank, keeping that core in nice and tight. Bringing that left foot on the outside of the left hands. Taking that left elbow to that left ankle. Twist and peel, nice and slow here. One more time, left elbow down to that left ankle. And then twist it up. Bring that left hand down back to the ground, drop that right knee, and then you're gonna cartwheel that left arm to grab those right toes, not fingers, and then just a few gentle pulls in of the ankle of the foot, just to stretch out the front of that leg. Cartwheel that left hand, send that right leg back, bring it into that runner's lunge, left foot back into that high plank, send the hips up, your first downward facing dog. Now, let it be a humble dog. Give yourself a moment to settle in here, to get the shoulders rolling down the spine, pedaling out those feet, bringing those hips up, an extra little suck of that navel in towards the spine, protecting the lower back for just 3, 2, 1. Send those heels down to the ground. Walk those feet to meet the hands, hands to meet the feet. Grab the elbows. They're in a nice forward fold. Just rock it side to side for a second. Hang heavy here. Take a second. Body do its thing. Just 4, 3, 2, One, let go of the arms, slowly roll it up, bending into those knees, feeling every little vertebrae coming up. I don't know how many you have, but you got a lot, so you should take sweet old time. Rolling the shoulders back, because guys, we got a whole class to get through. So you're gonna start, it'll be on all fours. You can be on the, if that feels better. If it's too much on the wrist, you can always switch it up. 4 moves, 2 rounds, 30 seconds per move, no rest in between. So on all fours, we're activating the glutes, really squeezing into there. So you're gonna give me 1 donkey kick to 4 pulses. So nice and simple. And again, keeping those hips nice and square. Don't open them up, nice and square. Donkey to 4 pulses. And then from here, slow fire hydrants, taking it up to the side, and then circles, 15 seconds forward, 15 seconds backwards, and then a rainbow to the diagonal, up to the top, and then to the other diagonal. And when you do that rainbow, don't take that back, keep it nice and flat. You're not worrying about getting that leg super high. Maybe you're just doing little small rainbows. Totally okay. And actually, it's only gonna be 25 seconds per move because I had to shave a little bit of time off. So you got 10 seconds to get on all fours, pick whatever side you wanna start with, and we are gonna be on. Donkey to 4 pulses. In 3, 2, 1, you are on. Keep that navel in towards the spine, 1 donkey kick, and then 4 pulses. You have the foot pointed or flexed. But this one, you're really thinking about squeezing the glute there, especially in those pulses. That's where you're really gonna feel the pulse. You have only 3. We're going into slow fire hydrants. In 2 and 1. Slow fire hydrants, taking it out to the side and then nice and slow back in. You don't always need to speed through stuff. And each finger pad into the mat. Breathing for just 4, 3. We're gonna take it into circles forward, and 2 and 1 forward circles. Nice big circles. Drawing a big circle with the knee. Really squeezing into there. We're gonna switch directions. In 4, 3, 2, 1, switch direction. Taking backwards now. And after this, you got rainbows on this side, and you're gonna switch it. In 3, rainbows. In 2, and 1, take that foot to the diagonal. Lift through the center to the other diagonal. Now again, flat back. You're not worrying about lifting that leg super high. You're just worrying about squeezing those glutes, getting those muscles warm. For just 3, we're gonna switch sides. In 2, and 1. Bring it in, donkey kick, 4 pulses, other side. 1 donkey kick, 4 pulses. Again, if it's a lot on the wrist, you're always welcome to take it down onto the forearms. You just have to be extra mindful of that hip placement. You have 3, we're gonna go into those slow fire hydrants. 2 and 1, slow fire hydrants. Slow on the way up and slow on the way down. You got this. Woo. 15. Thinking about something that's gonna make you laugh, because I know I will. You have 3, 2, 1, rainbows. Take it to the corner, the other corner. Let the body do its thing. It wants to move. It wants to be here for you. It wants to support you. 4, 3, you're almost there. For 2, and 1. What did I miss? Oh, circles. Go to circles. Forward circles. My bad. Forward circles. Oops. I was excited. And taking it backwards now. Backward circles. Oh, man. Tuesdays, am I right? You have 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, get off those wrists. Take a second to shake it out. As I explain the workout, I'm going to try to go through this fast. You know how to do most of these moves. 6 moves, 2 rounds, 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off. jumping jacks. You know how to do those. Lateral duck walks, and then you get to the end of the mat. 4 abductors. You're going to be nice and low. Taking those knees in and out by squeezing those inner thighs. You can always add the hands for a little extra resistance. Pushing the hands into the legs into the hands. Superhuman lift all the way down on the ground. Nice arms, legs long. You're going to really squeeze the back to do the lifting here. Those glutes that we activated, squeezed. And then those shoulder muscles, lifting it up. And then from there, it's going to be a tough one, taking it all the way to the back of the mat, bear crawl to a twist. You can also just do a regular crawl and still keep the nice strong core. So you're going to lift those knees off the ground. You're going to do opposite hand, opposite leg, get yourself to the top, keep that ass low. I know I was busy. Bring in the knee, little twist, drop it down, bring in the knee, little twist, drop it down. Again, you can still do it in the crawl. Then from here, on the back you go, traveling eggbeater. So what that means is legs are up, nice 90-degree angle. You're going to beat the legs one on top of the other, taking it as low as you can without bringing that lower back up. So maybe you're only getting it there, and you're just bringing it back. And you're just really thinking about that lower core. You can also wrap the hands around the waist to make it there. And then last but not least is a punch and crunch. So you stay down the back, you bend those legs, you bring it up to a little crunch, you punch each side, and then you bring it back down. Punch and crunch, simple. So you're gonna start off with a little bit of a cardio burst, so with that jumping jack. 6 moves, 3 rounds, 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off. You have all the options in the world to adjust as you need to, but getting yourselves ready. In 10 seconds. All right. Jumping jacks. In 5, and 4, 3, 2, 1. Jumping jacks. So if the impact is not for you to start, no problem. You just take those legs out to the side. But if the impact is for you, then you're just going in and out. Deep breaths. Light on the feet. You don't want to really jump into that. You just want to feel like you're just bouncing here. It's important to get the heart rate up, get a little sweat on. You're almost there. You have 10 seconds left. And keep the chest nice and open, shoulders away from the ears. Be working those back muscles with the arms. In 3, 2, 1. That went fast. Lateral duck walk to the 4 abductors. So pick whatever side you want to start with. You're going to stay nice and low in that squat position. You're going to walk it over, do some little abductors, and bring it back. So in those breaks, you can always just stay calm, hands on the body, or get a little movement in. 3, 2, 1, we are on. Get nice and low, walk it across the mat, nice and slow. No rush. Get to the end. 4 little abductors, squeezing in and out. Pull those thighs. You put the hands on the outside of the legs or in the inside of the legs. Gives you 2 different types of movement. So I'm going to try it on the inside. So you're squeezing against the hand. The hands are pushing into those thighs, and those thighs are pushing into those legs. Maybe you get a little lower on the way down. You only have 3, 2, 1, and slowly roll it up. After this, you're down on the mat for that superhuman lift. So come, knee all the way down, get yourself down safely, arms out, the legs out. You're gonna lift the glutes and the back and the arms and the body and the head. In 3, 2, 1, we are on. Superhuman lift. Lift it all. Lowering it down. So if that is not for you, you can lift one at a time, just the legs, and then just the upper body. And then maybe you can find a way to add together, but you do what's right for you. You have about 15 seconds left. Don't let this be a lazy move, just because you're laying on the ground. This one is really good for you. You're really strengthening the body here. 3, 2, and oh gosh, 1. The bear crawl with a twist. So get yourself up, find yourself on the back of the mat, maybe roll out the wrists to start you off. But then we gotta crawl. You have 4 on all fours. In 3, 2, 1, lift those knees. Opposite hand, opposite leg. These are tiny little movements here. You're gonna get to the top of the mat, bring them in, little twist with that core. And for myself, keep the ass down. I know, this one will burn, but this one is so great. It's such a functional movement. You have about 10 seconds left. For 3, and 2, and 1. Ah! Holy cow, roll out those wrists. Come meet me on the back. It is your traveling egg beater. So those legs are gonna go up nice and long, and you're gonna take them one in front of the other. In 4, and 3. Pardon me, I'm gonna cough. In 2, oops, and 1. Traveling egg beater. Nice flat back. Feet are beating one on top of the other. You're feeling those core muscles ignite and fire up. Maybe you're not getting super low to start. That is okay. You're only in round 1. Breathe. Really push that lower back into the ground. And then bring those legs up. Just as much effort on the way down and the way up. You only have 3, 2, 1. You're done. Bend those knees in. Give yourself a little hug. Rock it side to side if you need to. Some little circles maybe. And then we're going to the punch and crunch. Gonna let out a little energy on this one, I think, right? On your backs. We're gonna punch, you're gonna crunch, you're gonna crunch, and then punch each direction. You've got 3, 2, 1. When you're on, lift up for that crunch. Punch one way each direction, and then bring it down. You can have hands behind the head if you like, or you can just use the body to lift itself. Be mindful of the neck, and with that punch, really it's just about focusing on a tiny little curvature of the core. Chin away from the chest, almost like you can hold an orange there. You're almost there. You have 3, 2, and 1. Done. 20 seconds of rest. Get yourself up though, because we got round 2 of jumping jacks. So, all the way up you go. Shake it out. Whatever you gotta do. Last minute wiggles. Woo! You got jumping jacks. In 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're on. So, maybe 40 seconds, please. Not that long. It's not that hard. We'll make it through. So long as you breathe. Keep a nice relaxed face. And you just do it. There's nothing else to it. Keep it up. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out. Done. 20 seconds of rest. You're going to that lateral duck walk with those 4 abductors. So whatever side you started on before, welcome to the other side. You gotta switch things up. Got 10 seconds though. You're gonna get yourself nice and low. You're gonna squeeze those legs. Get yourself across, back and forth for 3, 2, 1. You're on. Get nice and low. Walk it across. Get to the end. 4 little abductors. You're welcome to close your eyes if you feel comfortable and safe. Face them in your body. You also don't have to kid yourself. If you're like, I'm not there yet, that's okay. You got plenty of time to get there. Doesn't matter how old you are, what you're doing, where you're at, where you've been, where you're going. You all got time, and it takes time to get places. 2, and 1. That went fast. 20 seconds of rest. Going to the ground for that superhuman lift. So, maybe you squeeze a little more, maybe you lift a little higher, maybe you don't. Totally fine either way. So long as you do something. You got 4, 3, 2, and 1. You are lifting, and we are on. Lowering. Squeeze the glutes. Thinking about pushing those hips into the ground, keeping the shoulders away from the ears. You're gonna have the fingers together, or personally, I tend to have them apart. Feels like I just covered a little more ground. Literally, you have 4, 3, 2, and 1. 20 seconds of rest, push it back. Oh, you got that bear crawl to a twist. It's a tough one, but it's a fun one. You have about 10 seconds left to rolling it out. Breathing. It's not going to be easy, but you're going to do it. You have 3 on all 4s. In 2, 1, you are on. Bear crawl to a twist. The opposite hand and the opposite foot going. Getting to the top. Little tiny twists. Whew. Make the moves even smaller than you think. Keep doing it. Only 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Holy cow. That one gets me every time. Coming onto the back, lowering it all the way down. You got your traveling egg beaters. So slowly get yourself down there, get those legs up. You have 4 traveling egg beaters. In 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So one foot in front of the other. Keeping that lower back glued to the ground. Sure, would it be great to get the legs really far down? Absolutely. Are you gonna get there? Maybe. Maybe not. It takes time. But the way you will get there one day is by practicing and keeping at it and keeping going with it. Because then one day, the body recognizes it's safe. The body recognizes, oh, I'm able to do that because I worked to get there. You have 3, 2, 1. Bring those knees in. 20 seconds of rest. Final move, round 2, punch and crunch. Then all of that one more time. A nice calming finisher that is still going to energize you. You have punch and crunch in 4, 3, 2, punch and crunch. In 1, we are on. Lift it up, punch across. You're doing an amazing job. No, I can't see you. I know you're doing it. So Trisha, Cecily, I see you guys. Paloma, oh, I know you're working hard right now. With those punches, add a little extra. Whew. For 3. You have 2. And 1. Done. 20 seconds of rest. Taking it back up to the top. We're in for those jumping jacks. So, getting ready. Legs. Nay. Oh. Yeah, we're gonna do this. You have 5 seconds. Getting ready. In 4, 3, 2, 1. We are on. Jumping jacks. Breathing. Again, if that jump is not for you, no problem. Though every step out, you have a little energy in that leg. Honestly, as much as I want to jump right now, I have to be extra careful on my ankle because I absolutely fell into a hole the other day. Literally. It was worth it though. Sometimes you go on those hikes, you take that step where you're like, how's this gonna go? Maybe it doesn't go well. And then you learn. You have 3, 2, 1, and done. 20 seconds of rest, guys. It's your lateral duck walk to an abductor. So sometimes you're gonna step into shit, but you're gonna learn from it. Oh, fuck, that was so cheesy. But it's true. You have 3, 2, lateral duck walk with the 4 abductors. Get down and take a little walk. Ah, man. Truly, I know we all laugh at those like live, laugh, love things, but think about it. Live, great. Laugh, important. Love, the most important. It doesn't necessarily romantic love in like a singular relationship. Love comes in so many different forms. Right now, what you're doing is a form of love. You are literally nourishing your body by giving it what it needs, which is intentional movement that is simple in nature, free, and from a safe place for home. 20 seconds rest. Oops, my bad. Talk too much. Down to the ground. Superhuman lift. All the way down. Meet you there. So, all the way down, getting those arms and legs out nice and long. You got about 5 seconds. Taking my sweet old time and milking that for 3, 2, 1. You're on. Let's go. Lift and lower. Breathe. Squeeze those glutes. Feel that strength for just 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, you guys, it's that bear crawl to a twist. It is your final time. You're gonna just look at yourself and say, damn it, I'm gonna do this one. I'm gonna do it really damn well. You got this. Only 40 seconds of your life. 3, 2, 1. You're on. All fours. Opposite leg, opposite hand. It is literally 40 seconds of your life. Life isn't always doing everything you want to do at all times. That's what makes life joyous. The lack of choice sometimes. It's taking a moment to sit in that passenger seat. Because that's the only way you're going to learn how to drive. In 3, 2, 1. Oh goodness, 20 seconds of rest. You did that. You worked through it. On the back you go, traveling eggbeater into your final punch and crunch. And then you have the cool down. You have 10 seconds. Meeting me on your back for this one. You're welcome to lift the head for a little extra. You have 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Traveling eggbeater. Now you also don't have to lift that head for a little extra. Really just focus even more into the lower body. Maybe go a little slower. Point those toes a little longer. And just stay where you're at. Stay grounded. So you're really focused on mastering your movement or adding on. You only have 3, 2, and 1. Bring those knees in, guys. It's your last 20 seconds of rest. For that final punch and crunch, you got this punch and crunch. You got a 3-minute finisher that's going to really cool the body down, centralize everything, and integrate. You have 4, 3, punch and crunch. In 2, 1. We are on. Lift into that crunch, punch across. This is your last chance to get out whatever you need to. Let it go with the little sound. I just moved in, so I'm trying to figure out how much sound is going to be appropriate in this new place. You got this. For just 10 seconds. Lift a little higher in that crunch. Punch a little punchier in that punch. And 3, 2, and 1. Okay, guys, let's go through this finisher. We're on this. So you got 3 moves, 1 round, 1 minute per move, no rest in between. You can be standing or you can be on the knees. 2 options though. So I'm gonna stand it up. And I'm gonna do it with a little bit of a bend in the knees. You have something called the YTW. So I'm gonna do a little bend in the knees and a slight hinge at the hips to really activate a little bit in more through the center and to activate the back more. It's a Y. So you're gonna take those arms up and back into a Y. and bring them out in front of you into a T, and then bring them back into the back, really squeezing the shoulder blades into a W, and then to the Y, T, W, really thinking about opening up the chest every time you pull it back and really squeezing those wing muscles. Then down to the ground, bird dogs. We're going to alternate sides. So we're going to take opposite leg, opposite arm, out nice and long, exaggerate it on the way in, take it out nice and long, and then bring it down. And then last but not least, will be a cat-cow all the way down, all the way up, and then you're going to take it back and spinal wave it up. And give me maybe 2 little spinal waves, whatever kind of wave feels good for you. Maybe you bear roll it, maybe you take it side to side, whatever feels good. You start with that YTW, and then a bird dog, and then that cat-cow with the spinal wave. So if you're on the knees, standing it up, whatever feels good, you have 4. YTW in 3. Little hinge of those hips with those knees bent. If you're standing in 1, we're on. Taking those arms up to a Y.
You're on mute.
Oops, Wi-Fi went out. It's a thing.
It happens.
So thank you guys so much for joining. Lex, it's a pleasure to see you. We'll see each other soon. Bye, everyone.
Bye.